Katharine Hepburn, Kate the Great. To this day, she remains the only performer to have won 4 Academy Awards, a record unmatched even by Meryl Streep, so far. And Katharine Hepburn is also one of the most nominated actresses at the Oscars. Her 12 nods span nearly 5 decades and impressively tell the entire story of her career, from her early triumphs to her legendary collaborations with Spencer Tracy, her so-called spinster period, and the artistic peaks of her later years. So, despite never showing up to accept one of her awards, the Oscars and Katharine Hepburn are closely connected. And since she's not only the Academy's, but also my favorite actress, I thought it might be fun to make a short video and rank her nominated performances and discuss her artistic achievements. So here we go. Number 12, Morning Glory. Kate's first Best Actress win is actually my least favorite nomination of her career. She won the award for a portrayal of a young, aspiring and very self-assured actress who believes that she is destined for greatness. In hindsight, the role almost plays like a meta-commentary on Hepburn herself, who burst onto the Hollywood scene with bold confidence, fierce determination and, according to many of her contemporaries, a good deal of arrogance. But despite some strong moments when Kate plays scenes from Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet, I find little to enjoy in her performance. Her single-mindedness feels lifeless and monotonous very soon, the non-stop chatter out of place, and the movie doesn't know how to use her unique charm and layered complexities. Instead, we're left with a one-note portrayal that fails to ignite the spark needed to make us believe in this character, or the actress playing her. Number 11, The Rainmaker. Based on a 1954 play starring Geraldine Page, The Rainmaker features one of Katharine Hepburn's many spinster roles from the 1950s. But despite earning an Oscar nomination, I always felt that her performance was a bit off. Especially in the first half, she constantly exaggerates her characterization, locating Lizzie somewhere between old woman and little girl, but with no consistency or clarity. It feels as if she is unable to fully grasp who her character is and what she wants from life. Her voice sounding shallow in moments that desperately need integrity and honesty, while her chemistry with her co-stars also lacks the needed confidence to make the story work. And while her performance might improve as the story moves along, this unfortunately always simply feels like an actress gaining more confidence in her material, and never like an actual character experiencing a moment of growth and personal transformation. Number 10, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Okay, first of all, an Oscar win for Kate's performance as a mother who accepts her daughter's decision to marry a black man is undoubtedly too generous, especially in a field that consisted of Faye Dunaway in Bonnie and Clyde, Anne Bancroft in The Graduate, and Edith Evans in The Whisperers. And I think we can all agree that this award was not primarily given for her acting, but as a tribute to her on- and off-screen relationship with Spencer Tracy, who had died shortly after filming of the movie completed. But I feel that many people are nonetheless too harsh on this performance. Hepburn's warmth was rarely more convincingly conveyed than here, her love for her daughter and her husband never questioned, her fear over what might happen to her family evident at every moment. Her chemistry with Spencer Tracy, knowing that he would not have much longer to live, is easily the movie's highlight, and the scene when she fires her assistant Hillary the stuff of legend. I do admit that the role itself is not too challenging for an actress like Katharine Hepburn, and there is more interesting work happening around her, but I don't want to deny that her performance possesses a beautiful and warm integrity. Number 9, Woman of the Year. While Guess Who's Coming to Dinner was the last collaboration between Kate and Spencer Tracy, Woman of the Year marked the beginning of their personal and professional relationship. Today, the movie is almost mainly remembered for its infamous ending, where Kate is unable to be a, quote, real woman because she cannot make her man breakfast. But her Tess Harding wonderfully captures Kate's on-screen persona at the time, a mix of strength and superiority, but enhanced by humor and romance, to show a woman completely sure of herself, until she suddenly begins to doubt everything she had been so sure of until now. Her chemistry with Spencer Tracy is again first class, and there is a refreshing spontaneity in her work that makes her transformation from certainty to uncertainty always engaging and captivating, and tests both her own person as well as a believable object of affection. Number 8. On Golden Pond. At the age of 74, Kate won her record-breaking 4th Academy Award by proving that she had lost none of her spark and bite, taking the stock character of the supportive and understanding wife and injecting it with personality, humor, love and rebellion. Her chemistry with co-star Henry Fonda is easily among the most convincing I have ever seen. Both actors had actually never met before filming began, but you believe for every second that they have spent their entire lives together. Kate is such a breath of fresh air in On Golden Pond, shining every second she is on the screen, in maybe not a complex role, but one that still could have been flat and uninteresting. But it is thanks to Kate's experience and understanding that her Ethel becomes such an endearing presence, lovable without being sweet, strong without being overpowering. Her knight in shining armor speech is one for the ages, and her performance is a beautiful and touching tribute to an incredible career. Number 7. Alice Adams. Now we arrive at the performances that are not only deserving of an Oscar nomination, but also an Oscar win, which explains why I rank Alice Adams relatively low. It's not because I dislike her performance, on the contrary, but rather because all the others still left are just so strong. In Alice Adams, Kate plays a young, pretentious woman determined to hide her middle-class background and present herself as upper class. The role perfectly showcases her talent for conveying a calculated facade while simultaneously revealing the insecurity and desperation lurking beneath. Alice Adams fits her like a glove and allows her to combine a touching vulnerability with genuine charm and urgency that leaves a lasting impression. Number 6. The African Queen. As Rosie Sayer, a woman who falls in love while aiming to sink an enemy battleship in German East Africa during World War I, Katharine Hepburn launched her spinster period in the 1950s. And what a glorious way to start. Kate's transformation from humorless bore to passionate adventurer is a thing of beauty, as she conveys both exhilaration at the wild, untamed environment and moments of despair when the river seems to overpower them. She also works wonderfully with Humphrey Bogart, both actors carrying the movie completely on their shoulders. Her mix of resilience and humor creates countless memorable scenes, placing Rosie firmly as one of cinema's greatest action heroines. Number 5. Suddenly Last Summer. Oh boy, what a film! Cannibalism, incest, homosexuality. Tennessee Williams really packed it all in to shock audiences of the time. And on top of that, we also get Katharine Hepburn in probably the most sinister and compelling role of her career. Her Violet is a woman clearly on the brink of a nervous breakdown, but shielded by wealth and societal status, slowly trying to manipulate Montgomery Clift's Dr. Kukrowitz into performing a lobotomy on her niece Catherine, the only person who knows the truth about her son's death. It's an incredibly juicy role with its strongest moments in one major scene early on. Just Kate's entrance down the elevator alone is unforgettable, and like few roles before or since, she uses her distinctive voice to perfection, letting the dialogue flow almost aimlessly from one moment to the next, interrupting rhythm and intentions again and again, apparently without reason, but always keeping her eyes on her goal. By underplaying the part without hiding its madness, she creates a haunting effect that ranks among her most unforgettable screen performances. Number 4. The Philadelphia Story. The character of Tracy Lord, famously written for Katharine Hepburn and marking her triumphant return to the screen after having been branded as box office poison, stands as one of Kate's most iconic and accomplished performances. Few other actresses of her era could handle comedy and drama as effortlessly as Kate, who only needed to slightly change the emphasis on certain words or phrases to get vastly different effects. And The Philadelphia Story is the ideal showcase for Kate's unique talents, from her outstanding comedic work opposite James Stewart and Bruce Hussey to her revealing depths as Tracy begins to recognize her own faults and flaws. Some messages of the movie can feel problematic at times, but Katharine carries it all with remarkable grace, building wonderful relationships with both Stewart and Cary Grant, making the question of whom Tracy will eventually marry entertaining, engaging, and touching until the end. Number 3. Summertime. Kate delivered her finest spinster performance in this poignant drama about a lonely woman traveling to Venice in search of romance, yet hesitant to form a real emotional connection. Under the direction of David Lean, Kate has never been more vulnerable, lost and quietly heartbroken, while always unwilling to compromise on her dreams and longings. Her performance works in perfect harmony with Lean's patience and restraint, allowing her the space to fully inhabit Jane's solitude without rushing her emotional journey. Kate is given room to breathe, gradually revealing the transformation of a woman who hides her deep desires for affection behind a facade of independence. There's a graceful simplicity to her work in Summertime. She never overdoes any of Jane's emotions, but lets the quiet elegance of the story shape her choices. It's maybe the most poetic and lyrical performance of Kate's career. Number 2. The Lion in Winter. Kate's third Oscar is happily one that was given to one of the finest performances of her career. As Queen Eleanor of Aquitaine, she devours her dialogue, her co-stars and the scenery without ever stepping into camp or parody. Following Spencer Tracy's death, Kate found herself at a moment in her career shaped by fragility, anger, frustration, and a deep longing for a past long gone. Feelings and emotions that gave raw honesty and understandable confusion to her character. Kate and Peter O'Toole dominate the screen whenever they are together, their age difference never noticeable, both completely in tune with each other. The Lion in Winter might feel old-fashioned, but in many ways it was daring and bold for 1968. And Kate fearlessly rose to this challenge. Her naked desperation to hold on to the last remains of her power and influence, both overwhelming and shocking. The role is a gift for any actress, and Kate fulfilled it with stunning brilliance. Number 1. Long Day's Journey into Night. I often feel that this performance is almost forgotten by many fans, overshadowed by more celebrated work in The Lion in Winter or The Philadelphia Story. But for me, Long Day's Journey into Night stands as the pinnacle of Katharine Hepburn's career and one of the most extraordinary performances ever captured on film. Suffering from the declining health of Spencer Tracy, as well as the imminent loss of her father, Katharine channeled all her personal misery and agony into one of the greatest female roles ever written. Tormented by addiction and regret, Kate's Mary Tyrone becomes a dark, hopeless and defeated portrait of despair that many times feels almost unbearable to watch. Katharine took her own unique strengths and used it for the exact opposite effect, emphasizing the weaknesses of Mary at every moment, completely surrendering to the character's demons and horrors. The ongoing pain of Mary becomes exhausting in its intensity, never giving the audience a single moment of peace as Kate guides Mary further and further away into the darkness of her own mind. Never has Katharine Hepburn appeared so broken on the screen, yet never has she reached such astonishing artistic heights. Thanks for watching. What are your favorite Oscar-nominated performances of Katharine Hepburn? Let me know in the comments and, if you want, like and subscribe.